Well, they're the pictures that expose the cheats and frauds, proof that our welfare system is being ripped off. But now some welfare groups want to stop us from showing you how hundreds of millions... Well, they're the pictures that expose the cheats and frauds, proof that our welfare system is being ripped off. But now some welfare groups want to stop us from showing you how hundreds of millions of dollars of your taxpayer money is being abused.
Why do welfare cheats deserve privacy?
All people who are accused of crimes deserve privacy.
Fancy the civil libertarians coming out and saying, oh, this is a breach of privacy.
Everybody has rights.
I think at the end of the day, people should be glad that the message is getting out that you will be caught.
You're watching surveillance footage of convicted Centrelink cheats. But some welfare groups and civil libertarians believe you shouldn't be allowed to.
The government and government agencies should be subject to privacy laws which protect people from serious breaches of privacy.
This hidden camera footage was filmed by private investigators for Centrelink. It's used in court to help convict people ripping off the taxpayer. From time to time, Centrelink releases the vision to the media. But welfare groups are now complaining about how these criminals are portrayed by programs like ours and want it stopped.
Putting out information about the consequences of breaching the law is a legitimate objective of government, but it must do that in a way which respects privacy.
Stephen Blanks is from the Council for Civil Liberties and says welfare cheats don't deserve to be demonised by the media.
People who are convicted of offences should have an expectation that the conviction will be publicly available. But that's not to say that all portrayals of that conviction in the public arena are going to be fair.
Well, wakey, this has been going on for more than 25 years. Haven't they realised what official footage has been used?
2GB radio broadcaster Chris Smith hates welfare cheats and believes Centrelink should be allowed to release footage like this all the time.
What better proactive or preventative message is there than to show someone who's rorting the system as a warning to others not to rort the system? At last count, there was something like $600 million in rorting associated with welfare and Centrelink. Surely taxpayers' money has to be protected.
Do you think Centrelink should be allowed to release footage of welfare cheats to the media?
I think if it's proven that they're actually a welfare cheat, and that does actually prove they're a welfare cheat, then yeah, why not? Because I'm paying for that.
Look, I do, because if you've been convicted and you've done the crime, then that's the payback, isn't it? I guess, yeah.
People need to be aware of people who are doing the wrong thing, and the system's meant to be there to help people, not to be taken advantage of.
So, to give you an example of the types of surveillance footage released by Centrelink to the media, here's an example of some that they recently gave to us here at ACA. Now, we weren't given anyone's name, and as you can see, everyone involved has their face pixelated. Not only that, they've all been convicted in a public court of welfare fraud. So, it begs the question, how could anyone think that the release of this sort of material is a breach of anyone's privacy?
I don't understand where the privacy issue is at all. Here you've got people who rort the system, rip off taxpayers, they have their identity protected, the authorities, Centrelink, wait until the case is done and dusted and there is a prosecution and a sentence, and then the vision is given out. This is freely available because the case has been done. It's not a contempt of court, it's not a breach of privacy. What the hell is wrong?
This was cases. Civil Liberties says its objections to this footage being used by the media is only in cases where identities are revealed or if it's used before a trial is concluded.
Do you see any breach or any problems with privacy here with this sort of vision?
No, and if the material has been used in court, courts are public places, and what goes on in courts can be shown to the public.
Which means that you can be sure that we will try to be showing you much more footage just like this in the future, because we believe you have a right to know.
I do hope government and departmental heads don't get all scared and go soft banana on us and realise that this vision has to be sent out, it has to be made available, because what an excellent way to scare off those who want to rort the system and save us taxpayers from losing money.
And the Department of Human Services points out that footage is only released when someone has been found guilty of welfare fraud. Their faces are all pixelated, as Ben mentioned, and all the information is on the public record.